Okay. Thank you so much for joining us here today for the Simple Luxuries Travel virtual open house. We're excited that you could be here tonight to learn a little bit more about Simple Luxuries Travel and if it's the right fit for you. My name is Melissa Rhodes, and I'm one of the owners here at Simple Luxuries Travel. And my co-owner, Patricia Mickes, is here joining us as well. And we look forward to telling you a little bit more about our company. If you have any questions at all during the presentation, feel free to use the chat function and we'll try and answer as many as we can at the end of the presentation here. So for planning purposes, I expect my presentation to take 25 minutes or so, and then getting through the questions at the end, we should be here for a total of about 30 minutes, and then we can all go enjoy whatever it is that we are watching on Netflix this evening. So having said all of that, let's get started. Oh, it was on the wrong side. There we go. Okay. So Simple Luxuries Travel was formed in 2015 by myself and Patricia. We had been agents together at a different agency and struck out on our own to form Simple Luxuries Travel. We started our travel agent careers right around the same time, about a dozen years ago at this point. So we're coming from a place of experience, a place of knowledge. We've seen the booms and the busts of the travel world, and we have made it through all of it to come out the other side, and we are now ready to expand our team. In 2018, Simple Luxuries Travel earned the distinction of being an authorized Disney vacation planner. You might have heard this referred to as earmarked. The status that we have maintained ever since. It means that Disney Destinations recognizes our agency as a top sales producer. That's really special to us, not only because it gives us a chance to share the places that we love. We're a small team. We have a total of 8 agents, 2 owners, 6 agents. And to earn a top sales producer award from Disney means that we take this business pretty seriously, and it shows and it's recognized. We're super proud of our team, and Patricia and I are constantly working to motivate, engage, help our agents to grow their own sales business. We do this through individual sales goals. We don't have sales requirements, and that helps motivate our team to be their best selves. We run monthly contests. We have incentives. We work on point systems to help each agent grow inside their own parameters. Because we grow best when we foster cooperation rather than competition. So what this slide's going to do is really just outline the steps from where we are today to joining the team as a travel agent. First steps, check, done. Either a virtual open house or an individual interview. And it really just allows you to find out more about us and a career in travel if you haven't already been in the industry, to see if it really is a good fit for you. From there, just submit a Join Our Team application. It's available on our website, simpleluxuriestravel.com, and that will be on the final slide as well so that you can see it. And that helps us get to know a little bit more about you. And if we think that it would be a good fit for our team, we reach out with a training contract. So what a training contract is the contract that you agree to, $150 training fee that offsets the annual contractor fee we're going to talk about in a little bit, as well as a outline of the next 30 to 45 days. So once the contract's signed, the fee is paid, you begin we say 30 days of training. Now, you technically have 45 days to complete the training contract. The training itself runs for 30 days, but we understand that life sometimes happens. So we give you those extra 15 days in case you're still working full-time. If you have kids at home, you're in school, we understand that you have more than one responsibility in your life. So we give you a little bit of leeway. During those 30 days, you'll go through the College of Disney Knowledge, the Universal and You training, as well as our curated in-house training, going over everything from the mechanics of setting up your practice, phones, emails, all of that fun stuff, to marketing, to letting people know about your new venture, to the legal and ethical requirements of being a travel agent. And this is done over email. We understand, again, you're busy. The typical 9 to 5 might not work in your schedule right now, and you need to be able to do this training when it suits you, whether it's early in the morning before you get the kids to school, or maybe it's in the evening when you're home from your 9 to 5 job. We simply send an email every morning, and these take about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. Some are a little longer, some are a little shorter. And basically, you'll just respond via email. If you ever have questions, want to go over something in depth, we're always happy to set up a phone call or a Zoom conference, but it's not a requirement where you have daily phone calls. So during your training period, you cannot independently book travel. You have to work with either Patricia or myself. And basically, we take you through the steps of booking travel, from getting it booked to getting your client set up with all the information they would need. If you do bring, let's say you have a friend who finds out you're doing this and they're ready to go before you finish your training period, not a problem. You work with Patricia or myself. We'll take care of the actual booking, but you'll still be that reference point for the client, and you'll receive a referral of 50% commission. We're going to talk more about commissions in a future slide. Just wanted to let you know that you can, in fact, receive commissions during your training period. And then once your training's complete, a full IC agreement is sent over if everybody involved feels like it is a good fit and you're ready to move forward. Now, what happens if you still need some guidance after that training contract's done and you're a full independent contractor? Don't worry, we're still happy to walk you through things as needed. We understand that not everything is learned immediately, and sometimes maybe you go through the training, but you actually haven't had to work with a person, a client yet. And when that happens, it can be a little nerve-wracking. So we're happy to help walk you through that without still being in a training contract. So don't worry about it. We've got you covered. So our independent contractors, you've made it through training. Now what? Our IC agreements run a calendar year basis, renewed annually. Our annual fee is $300. Your first year, it's $150 for training, and then the balance, if you choose to continue with the agency, is prorated for the remaining $150. So for example, we're currently in the second quarter of the year. You would pay the $150 training fee, and then when it's time to finish to pay the balance with your full independent contractor agreement, it would be $75. Don't worry, we also have payment plans if you need it. We understand, especially since the annual fee is due January 1st of every year, right after Christmas. It can be a big bill to have to add on to everything else. So we take that into account, and you can do payment plans as well, whether you want to do two payments or quarterly or even monthly. We have that set up for you, no problems. So what does your annual fee cover? It includes your email. It includes access to our CRM, our client management and database. It includes your errors and omission insurance through the agency. It includes all of the trainings that we've already talked about, and it includes your branded newsletters that are sent out close to weekly, as well as your first set of business cards. Excuse me. An important piece to note is that this is a 1099 contractor position. It's not a salaried employee. So it is entirely commission-based. You work your own schedule. There's no required hours, no mandatory schedules, no minimum hours required, but a little bit of fair warning. What you get out is usually what you put in. So like I said, there's No sales minimums or requirements to remain with the agency. Each person's going to develop in their own time. As I mentioned already, you have a life outside the agency that can ebb and wane as cycles of life happen. So we don't require a certain sales number to stay on as an independent contractor, which I know some agencies do. We understand that you might go through a cycle where this is your primary focus, and other times in your life where maybe you have different priorities. And that's okay. We're all human. So I mentioned before, we're going to talk a little bit more about commission splits. And here they are. The numbers speak for themselves, I think. I think we offer some pretty competitive commission splits. So as you can see, in your training period, it is 50%. That's the lowest it will go. Everybody else, once you hit full independent contractor status, it's at 60%, and it goes up from there all the way up to 90% of your commission split. So if you haven't been in the travel industry, you're like, what is a commissionable sale? It's kind of in the name. It's something that generates commission. It counts towards sales. In general, that's your hotels, your theme park tickets, your cruises, your guided tours. What it is not are airline tickets, some non-commissionable cruise fares, certain add-ons that you'll see, particularly in things like Disney packages. There are add-ons that are not necessarily commissionable. Also, bulk hotel rates are not commissionable. So how are commissions determined then? Well, that's by the vendor. Simple Luxuries is partnered with a consortia, as well as building up relationships with a number of our most used vendors to increase our commission splits and to have relationships with these companies to be able to best support our agents. But having said that, the number itself for what the commission is determined by the vendor. For simplicity's sake, the easiest way to look at it is usually about 10% of the pre-tax rate of a vacation. So if somebody books a $5,000 pre-tax, again, I can't say the words pre-tax enough, $5,000 pre-tax vacation, roughly that commission is going to be about $500. And then of that 500, your split is determined in that chart here. So the 60, 70, 80, or 90%. If you are already a travel professional and you have proof of prior year sales, either through a 1099 or a CRM report, once you sign your training contract, we will go over all of that with you to determine where you best fall into the commission split level. There's no reason to start all the way back at 60% if you are an agent who is booking $1 million a year in sales. Let's get you started at 90% and make everybody happy, right? One thing to note, we revise and review our commission splits quarterly on a rolling 12-month cycle. So what that means is we just finished the first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter for 2023, we looked at the sales from Q2, 3, and 4 of 2022, as well as Q1 of 2023. And we determined where on that chart you fall in total commissionable sales. If you've gone up, if that number is now, if you were at 350,000 and you're now at 750,000, for the remainder of 2023, you will be at that 80%. Now, what happens if in Q3, you've dropped back down to that 400,000 mark? You stay at 80% until the end of the year. And then we'll revise and it resets with the new IC agreement. So there's always a chance to go up each quarter. So signing a contract, booking a client, it's not the beginning or the end of your travel agent journey. And we want to make sure our agents feel supported in their continuing education, their marketing opportunities, their chance to be in destination, to experience these things for themselves. Here you can see our agents from a few years ago exploring Universal Orlando. And just so happens we found a travel agent sign because even Universal recognizes the importance of travel agents. So what do? We offer in-house training for agents twice monthly, as well as a library of previous trainings available to new agents or those people who just want to go back and revisit something that maybe they need a refresher course on, or they want, it didn't make sense for their business at that point in time that the training was given. You can go back and revisit it. These trainings go over everything from vendor updates, workflow, marketing tools, client communications, goal setting, time blocking, social media. We also offer twice monthly open office hours and virtual work hours. What a open office hour is just Patricia and I with an open Zoom call where you can pop in, ask a quick question, and pop out. You know, you don't need, maybe it's not something where you need a whole 30-minute appointment to go over something. You just have a quick question and you want to do it snappy. This is your chance. And virtual work hours are just that. It's a chance for all of us to get on a Zoom call, bounce ideas around, and kind of put your nose to the grindstone and work on whatever it is you need to work on. So everybody could be working on something different. Excuse me. So when available, we do offer agent FAMs. We offer vendor on-site inspections, agency education programs. Right now we have an agent at Walt Disney World learning from Disney. She is down there with the Disney training staff, taking site tours, learning about the up and coming offers that Disney's putting forth. This fall, our entire agency, or most of our agency, will be down also at Walt Disney World in Orlando, learning from Disney's social media team. Because after all, Disney spends a small fortune on social media, and they're taking a time out of their schedule to give Simple Luxuries Travel one-on-one training to learn from them what's working and what's not in the social media sector. So we want to be able to pass those kinds of learning opportunities on to our agents. We also offer a branded newsletter. Our newsletter goes out usually each week to your list from you. So it's not from the agency, it's branded with your picture. It has your email, it has your quote request, your contact information. And if a client clicks reply, it's going to sit in your inbox. It doesn't go to Patricia or I, it goes straight to you so that you have that immediate contact with the client. Best part is you don't have to worry about it. It's all done for you. Excuse me. Before I go on to the next piece, I also wanted to let you know we offer sales goals that are individualized by quarter for each agent so that they have something to strive for that doesn't pit them against another agent. It's not a single top producer. It is a chance for each agent to win a prize, to earn something. And the only person they're competing against is who they were last quarter, which is really a great chance to grow as an individual. We also offer monthly contests, point systems, the ability to have some marketing opportunities for you. We try and work with our agents to incentivize them to grow their business. And we have a dedicated Facebook group to get guidance, ask questions, collaborate, sometimes commiserate. And that's specifically for agents who are actively members of the Simple Luxuries Travel team. And it is a private group that no one else has. So Patricia recently put together a glimpse of what a day in the life of a travel agent looks like. So hopefully this morning the audio was not working on this. I think we have it fixed. So let's hope. And let's take a peek behind the curtain.
Hey, do you love Disney? Are you the go-to person for your friends and family when they are looking to book a Disney vacation? Have you ever thought about maybe turning that into a job? Simple Luxuries Travel is looking for new travel consultants who would like to join our team. And I thought maybe it would be fun if I showed you a little bit of the behind the scenes of what I do as a travel professional here at Simple Luxuries Travel. Good morning. It is just after 6 o'clock, and you might be wondering why I'm up so early. It's because I had a client whose dining window opened up today. So I was able to go into my Disney experience and get them the dining that they wanted for their upcoming trip. And I do this 60 days prior to arrival, and I get a list of what locations, times, and days my clients would prefer, and then I try to match those up with whatever slots are open for advanced dining reservations. This is just one of the things that I do as a travel planner for my clients. One thing I actually do enjoy about my job is that I get to work from home. So I have a home office set up, and it's really nice. And actually the dog comes in here and keeps me company every once in a while as well. So we do have a web page that our clients can go and they can check out what destinations we book, as well as, why you should be booking with an authorized Disney vacation planner. And each of the travel consultants have their own page here on the website so that people can go and actually see our team, and then you can choose who you want to work with. So if somebody wanted to work with me, they can choose my page. And on my page, it tells you a little bit about myself. It gives you my social media links, but it also allows you to schedule a travel consultation, subscribe to my newsletter, or just get started with my quote page. I actually prefer for my potential clients to schedule a travel consultation because I don't want to just book your vacation. I want to plan your vacation. And in order to plan the best vacation for you and your family, I need to get to know you a little bit better. So that travel consultation helps in the long run. So once my clients are booked, I actually go into our CRM and I go into my email list builder that I have created, and I have more than 25 different types of emails that I automate to go out over the planning period so that I can anticipate my clients' questions. Of course, I'm always here to answer any questions. Once the final balance has been paid, I start working on final documents for my clients. Here is where I will create a personalized itinerary for them. I give them my business card, a nice folder for them to be able to put their important documents in. If I have some park maps, I will throw them in there as well. All of our travel consultants are, of course, independent contractors. So we are here to help you boost your sales and to be here in order to answer any questions and to support you. One of the things we tell you is try and have a social media presence. So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you feel comfortable with, we tell you get out there and promote yourself on social media. It's a great way to legitimize yourself, show your expertise so that potential clients can see that you really understand and you know what you're talking about. And of course, we are here to help you create these platforms for you and to give you some ideas on how you can best get started. One thing that we provide that is kind of special to our agency is a newsletter. We try to get this newsletter out weekly. We encourage our travel consultants to build their email list so that they can be added to our newsletter list. And although our newsletters tend to be more Disney focused, we also like to highlight other destinations that we enjoy traveling with our own families. This week's it's Universal Orlando Resort and that there is something for everyone in the family at this particular resort. The one thing I love that we offer is that this newsletter is personalized. So at the bottom of the newsletter, the call to action is for each individual travel consultant, which I think that kind of makes a little special. And when your clients are, or potential clients are ready to book, when they receive this newsletter, it's easy for them just to hit the get a quote or even just to reply to it, and it'll come right into your email box. Thanks so much for joining me today for a behind the scenes look of what I do as a professional travel consultant. And like I said earlier, Simple Luxuries Travel is looking to grow our team. We're actually having a virtual open house on March the 14th. We have 3 different times that you can pop into this Zoom open house. It's at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 7 p.m. Eastern time. And so if you think that your love of Disney is a career path that you would like to explore more, we really do encourage you to join us for our open house so that we can further discuss this option and opportunity for you. And I will leave the link so that you can go ahead and register for the upcoming open house. I'll leave it in the comments of this video as well as in my bios and at the top of my social media pages. So I hope that if you're very truly interested and want to learn more, that you will join us on March 14th.
Okay, thank you, Patricia.
And if you have any questions, you certainly can message me as well. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thanks. Okay. So Patricia gave you a little bit of insight as to what a typical day in our life looks like, but where do we book? So the places you see on here are simply our preferred partners. As I mentioned, we are an authorized Disney vacation planner. We are certified sandals specialists. We have several agents who are masters of wow with Royal Caribbean and are gold tier Virgin Voyages sailors. And that's just a sampling. We work around the globe with hotels, cruise lines, tour companies to help our guests find the perfect vacation. And if you have a specific vendor that we aren't set up with, we'll gladly get agencies set up with them to streamline your quoting and booking process. For example, we've been at this since 2015, as I mentioned when we started. Just this morning, I set us up with 2 new vendors that we hadn't worked with before, but agents had clients requesting them. So let's get it set up and give you all the tools you need to be a successful agent. You want to plan European vacations? You got it. We have vendors. South Pacific's your go-to? Absolutely. Bula, I understand wanting to go to Fiji. So you're not stuck only selling certain destinations or vendors. You can sell whatever's available. On the flip side of that, if you say, no thanks, Mel, I don't want to really venture outside of Disney, no problem. You can simply partner with another agent and they can take on a client who wants something that might not be a part of your wheelhouse that you're comfortable with. On a side note, our agency does allow our agents to use planning fees. We understand that particularly Disney is a very complex and labor intensive process to get a client properly booked and planned for a Disney vacation. So we not only allow, we encourage, but don't require our agents to charge a planning fee when they feel that it's appropriate and a good choice. We work with agents to find when they've reached that moment where we think we're comfortable with them charging fees. But for the most part, once you've finished your training and you are an independent contractor with us, we have faith that you understand the planning process and you'll be able to charge fees. Excuse me. So who is a good fit? Our ideal travel agent is friendly, they're outgoing, they love to plan, they have strong attention to detail. But they also find excitement in travel and new destinations. They have a self-starter mentality They want to build a client base. They're looking to be a long-term solution to a client's travel portfolio. In other words, they understand the dynamics of family and multi-generational travel, and that the ideal destination for a couple changes as they move from their honeymoon to starting a family, to toddlers, to school-age children, to high school graduations and beyond, really. And they want to provide that solution for their clients for all of their travel needs, not just a specific moment in time. Because there is constant contact with both clients and vendors, they have to have excellent written and verbal communication skills. And if I'm going to be honest, a healthy dose of patience. They do love Disney destinations because, as I mentioned, we are an earmarked agency. We do still have a lot of Disney clients. We do require our agents to have Disney knowledge and to have traveled to at least one Disney destination, whether it is World, Land, Aulani. Disney Cruise Line is always a great option in recent years. We're also looking for somebody who's a team player, somebody who's friendly, who's helpful, who embraces collaboration over competition. We really do believe that collaboration and cooperation is what makes our agency so unique and so special, is that we are a group of people who not only want to help our clients, but we're really striving to help each other as well. So what is this not? It is not an MLM. You will not be asked to have anybody join your team. You're a travel agent, not a network marketer. So no hey girl messages ever. While opportunities to travel do pop up from time to time, most of your time is actually spent from a phone or a computer. So this really isn't a way to travel for free all the time. Believe me, Patricia and I both wish it was. We would be somewhere in the South Pacific if that were the case. Being a travel agent is extremely rewarding. And you can build a solid income with it, but it takes patience, like I said, and it takes time. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's about showing up day after day for your clients and for yourself, and building your book of business by helping clients create vacations of their dreams. And how that helps you not only is the personal satisfaction of getting that email when a client returns home and says, we really had a chance to reconnect and bond. That's one of my favorite emails to get after a client travels. But it also, when you take care of your clients, they're going to come back to you and they're going to tell their friends. And that's how you build a book of business. You take care of others. And that, well, it takes time. So if you've gone through all of this and you think that this could be a match, head over to simpleluxuriestravel.com and click on the Join Our Team button. Fill out the application, and Patricia or myself will be in contact to see if this is something that we think is a good fit on everybody's end. So I want to say thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate your time. We understand you're busy. There we go. And we do appreciate you taking the time out. So thank you to everybody, and we hope you have a great evening, and hopefully we will see you soon on the Simple Luxuries team. Bye, everybody.